Tesla has to postpone Giga Berlin's foundation construction. We just got the breaking news from Tesla Giga Berlin. Brandenburg's public radio, RBB24, reports that Tesla has to postpone construction of the foundation for the Gigafactory 4 in Grunheide outside of Berlin. Hello everyone, this is Armen Harayan from torquenews.com. As promised before in my previous report where I talked about Tesla Giga Shanghai and I showed you some inside video released from Tesla, here is the breaking news from Giga Berlin which I promised in that previous video. But before I start, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to be notified when I bring you the continuation of this story development. Please also like this video to show your appreciation of all the local people who helped me to chronicle Giga Berlin daily, which I have been doing in the past 2-3 months. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened today. Why Tesla has to postpone building the foundation of Giga Berlin, and then I will also show you a video footage of how Tesla removes anthills and the last lone pine tree where bats have been hibernating. And I want to thank you also my friend Jürgen who has provided that footage for us, for Torque News reporter subscribers and viewers. Now, do you remember that on Monday I reported that it was a quiet day at Tesla Giga Berlin's construction site and things were just waiting to happen? While I was reporting that things with the leveling were winding down and the heavy equipment was just staying at the station places, there were no much movement. But it was Monday and no much movement. My inner voice was telling me this is something else. It's good quiet. It's too quiet here, considering how busy it was several days before. Apparently, there was a problem. What was the problem? But before we talk about that, what we had so far. Let's talk about what we had so far. We had forest clearing, planning work in place, and settlement. Everything was going according to the plan for Tesla, despite some quiet protests, and Tesla was moving ahead with its Giga Berlin project in Grunheide. Now it was the time to build the foundation of Tesla's first European Gigafactory. But now it appears that Tesla has to wait for the time being. How much? We don't know, but maybe even until summer, but we don't know. The relevant documents for early approval were not complete. According to the Brandenburg state government, the US electric car maker Tesla still has to submit documents for the construction of the foundation of the planned factory near Berlin in the right way. Tesla intends to set up stakes which were not included in the December 2019 application for permission to build the Tesla factory. Spokeswoman for the Environment Ministry, Frauke Zelt, announced in Potsdam on Wednesday, today. Now what will happen after this? Apparently, Tesla asked that the application for early approval for the construction of the foundation from March be put on hold and submitted change documents. Tesla is thus meeting the demands of the authorities. This is what it slows down the process because there has been some changes in intention apparently, and Tesla has to submit new documents to meet the demands of the authorities, which is a good thing. According to the state environmental agency, Tesla wants to revise the approval documents on one more point. In response to criticism from local residents, Tesla had announced that the factory should use less water than originally planned. The company now plans to incorporate this lower water consumption into the approval documents. This is the entire story. How long it will take, we don't know. How long Tesla will incorporate this lower water consumption into the new documents, and how long it will take for the local government to approve it, we don't know. But even if the approval for the overall project has not yet been granted, it is still possible to apply for individual early measures. Tesla had applied for a total of 3. The first was the cleaning, the second, the leveling of the site, and finally the construction of the foundation. Because of the early approval measure, Tesla has done the clearing and leveling at its own risk. But now they say, I mean the rumor that Tesla's overall approval is expected in summary. That's what they say. That's what the rumor is. Because remember I said that Tesla has to submit the new documents and then we don't know how long the local government will take to approve them. But to the local government's credit, I want to say they have been very good and quick in supporting Tesla. Here is how it works with the early approval though. Early approval is only possible if approval for the overall project is very likely. However, if the overall project should not be granted, Tesla must reverse the measures at its own expense, according to the State Environmental Agency. This is a huge risk for Tesla. This means Tesla has to replant the forest, plant all the new trees, and probably even restore the habitat, anthills, bats, and even we were talking about lizards earlier. This is an expensive undertaking, huge work, and a lot of effort. I don't know what will happen if the early approval doesn't come or something goes wrong with the project's overall approval. But we know how much excitement is there, we know how much the local and German governments support Tesla and Gigafactory in near Berlin, so things should go likely well. The decision on the overall approval is expected in the summer, a few months later. It is not yet clear whether there will be delays due to this current uncertain socio-economic situation and the virus. The State Environment Agency now wants to continue processing the application documents for the overall project that Tesla submitted in December. Ministry spokeswoman Frau Gesell told Brandenburg's public radio RBB24, which had also interviewed us several days ago last week. She said she did not expect the interruption to, I quote her, drag on forever. So the government doesn't expect this interruption to, quote unquote, drag on forever. This is a good news, and I hope Tesla will resume the Giga Berlin's construction very quickly. On one hand, we are dealing with mass bureaucracy, but on the other hand, this does not release Tesla from submitting correct documents, right? Here is another thing you should know. If you look at other large-scale projects, it is quite common that partial approvals are granted on the basis of the Section 8 of the local law. However, there have been very few of them here in the Brandenburg region in recent years, so that this approach always surprises people not very familiar with the matter who are otherwise not seem to be very invested in the topic. Now friends, let's take a look at how Tesla removes the anthills, which they were doing yesterday and earlier today, to safer locations, and the last symbolic Gigafactory pine tree. The lonely pine tree on the Tesla side, in turn, could now it now can technically be given away, give way for the Tesla construction. During an inspection on Tuesday, it was found that 3 bats that had been hibernating in the meantime had left. RBB reported about this. Now, but do you think Tesla should preserve this lone and symbolic pine tree for its Giga Berlin history and legacy and future tourists who may visit the Gigafactory? I think that would be a good thing. But I don't know if this tree, single lone tree, is on the way of something or road or something, but maybe perhaps something can be done. Now let's take a look at these footages that our friend Jürgen has provided and continue the discussion in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. This is Armen Haryan from torquenews.com. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you in our next report. Now let's watch those footages.